Making a difficult decision to close a facility is never an easy decision to make, but I want to take you along and show you some of the things that have led us to make this decision to not open Hartke Pool this summer.
We are in the mechanical room for Hartke Pool. So the return system, water gets pulled out of the pool, filtrated through the machine behind you, and then shot back in. Most of our returns don't work, 3 out of the 10. At this point, the rest have been crushed, which then puts the water into the ground system, thus moving dirt away, moving sand into this building, which would create voids underneath that you cannot see. And as time goes on, those concrete slabs at the top of the deck are heaving, moving, and eventually will fail. The wall directly over here is right beside where the splash pad is. You can see the pile of sand coming through. It filters through the cinder block in the areas, multiple. As the sand comes through and gets higher and higher, we have to move it over here. This is just from this last year, how much sand has come through the wall. Beginning of every year, we take it out and then add to the pile as the year goes on.
So in terms of the splash pad, this was something that we shut down last year because we started noticing some safety concerns that we had in terms of unlevelness within the pavement. There is some type of void coming from the mechanical room over here that is causing water and sand to leak from this building. There's been a substantial amount of change just since the pool was open last year. This is a really big difference in height, and it has substantially worsened over the last 10-11 months since the pool was open this time last year. Hartke Pool is at the end of life, and some of the things I'm going to show you: the uneven concrete deck, some of the deck chipping away in multiple areas, a lot of the cracks that you're seeing over here along the pool deck go all the way into the pool. Hartke Pool does not have a liner like a typical pool. It is our only pool that is fully concrete. So a lot of this cracking that you're seeing and these voids in this foundation go all the way through into this pool, making it an unsafe environment. Not only is the deck not level, there are many trip hazards. This is one of these trip hazards here that we're referring to that just continues to kind of deteriorate. As we get over here, you can kind of see this is a good example of the unevenness of the decking, and the point that we're at now, it really is a trip hazard and a major safety concern for the public. It's a good example of where the concrete is starting to dip. That's very visual. You can see there's a void or something underneath that's causing it to worsen. From this angle, you can see there's a hole in the wall of the pool over here, just to the right of the number 6. There's a hole there. The discoloration in that is from groundwater leaking in through that hole, which obviously we're concerned about safety there with contamination. Moving over here, this is where the slide used to be. I know this was one of the community's favorite amenities of this pool, was this slide. The filtration system that is incorporated into that slide that is needed to make it function is broken in multiple places underneath this. The only way possible to fix that would be to jackhammer up all of this, completely demo this area. It wasn't just a simple replacement. For a new slide and diving board, cost estimates over $600,000 obtained within the last year for that component. In addition to the issues with the filtration for the slide, which led to its removal, have to do with the landing pool. And each pool is made specifically for the particular type of slide that's going into it. This pool, another slide would not work appropriately for this specific pool, so this would all need to be redone as well. If another slide was to be put in the facility in its current state, this would also have to be demoed and reworked in order to make that happen. So you can see here that pieces of the wall are deteriorating. Around this light fixture, there is a void behind it where you can see all of the material has been deteriorating. This is one example of an area that we have concerns for safety. Park maintenance does a fantastic job trying to patch and maintain and repair, but this is substantially worse than it was in previous seasons and continues to become worse year after year. Ultimately, we're really invested in safety as a department. We want our community to be able to enjoy all of our facilities and properties, but to be able to do so safely.